My name is Patrizia Marani, and I'm the director in Italy of the Department of Economic Development Office of the state of Pennsylvania for Italy. I'd like to give you now a brief outline about the relationship between Emilia-Romagna and region and Pennsylvania, which has grown significantly in the last 2 years. In 2018, in June, the Pennsylvania Undersecretary for Economic Development Job Work visited Bologna in order to participate to a conference with local authorities and companies and share the opportunities to cooperate in various sectors. This conference culminated in the signing of a cooperation agreement between Pennsylvania delegation and President of Emilia-Romagna, Stefano Bonaccini. On that occasion, the Pennsylvania's delegation visited several manufacturers in Emilia-Romagna and held discussions with them about expanding their operation in Pennsylvania or establishing a new operation in Pennsylvania. A few months later, a delegation from the Emilia-Romagna region, invited by Pennsylvania, traveled to Philadelphia to share collaboration opportunities in the university, training, and industrial research field, especially in the agri-food and life science. In that occasion, they met institution, university, and association in order to encourage, support, and promote international trade, investment, and good employment opportunities in both territories. The Emilia-Romagna delegation also visited the University Science Center in Philadelphia, which is a wonderful facility which is able to provide support and access to resources, program, offices, and lab space, and also capital to companies in any phase of their development, especially at startups. The University City Science Center is the largest and oldest urban research park in the United States and among the most important ones. The Emilia-Romagna delegation also discussed biotechnology and bilateral collaboration path with the president of the Life Science PA Association, which is very important in the United States and in Pennsylvania, and represents about 800 companies in the sector all across Pennsylvania. Also, research and innovation were at the center of the meeting with John A. Carius, who is the vice president of Thomas Jefferson University and Jefferson Health, a group state-of-the-art university hospitals, which is the region, actually the region Emilia-Romagna already as collaboration and which represent another of the Pennsylvania excellence. Now, the coronavirus pandemic put our international plans on hold. As the world looks to recover from the impacts of the coronavirus, we hope to build on this strong relationship to help companies and researchers from Emilia-Romagna and Pennsylvania to find new opportunities. We are very excited to have the opportunity to participate in the Emilia-Romagna's region R2B, to offer companies an opportunity to learn more about Pennsylvania as they revise their plans for international expansion in our new reality. I'd like now to introduce my colleague from Pennsylvania, Jason Hunt, who will give you an overview of opportunities in Pennsylvania. Jason?
Thank you, Patrizia, and let me echo Patrizia's thanks for the opportunity to talk to you about opportunities in Pennsylvania. Let me share my slides here very quickly. All right. As Patrizia mentioned, I work for the Pennsylvania Department of Community and Economic Development, and I'm responsible for helping international businesses to find success here in Pennsylvania. So why Pennsylvania? Pennsylvania has a strategic location in the northeastern United States. Our location gives Pennsylvania companies access to New York City, Washington, D.C., and the other major metro areas of the U.S. East Coast. We're within a day's drive of 40% of the U.S. population and 60% of the Canadian population. And it's not just our location. We have the infrastructure to connect you to your customers in the U.S., whether it's by highway, rail, port, or airport. Here's a more detailed map of Pennsylvania. We're a state of about 12.8 million people. Philadelphia, in southeastern Pennsylvania, is our largest city. Greater Philadelphia, which includes suburbs in New Jersey and Delaware, has a population of about 6 million. Pittsburgh, over here in southwestern Pennsylvania, um, is our second largest city, and it has a population of about 2.3 million. We have a large and diversified economy. With a GDP of $809 billion, our economy is the 18th largest in the world when compared to independent nations. But we're small enough that our business climate is approachable. I mentioned we had a diversified economy. In fact, Bloomberg's 2019 Economic Diversity Index ranked Pennsylvania as having the most diversified economy of any of the 50 US states. This size and diversity ensures stability even in difficult times, and provides us the resources and cost-effective access that businesses need to grow. Our largest sectors of the economy are manufacturing, agriculture and food processing, energy, petrochemicals and plastics, and life sciences and healthcare, which is our focus today. Here's a little bit of information about our life sciences industry. As you can see from the infographic on the left, we are in the top tier of the 50 states. So all of these numbers are among the 50 states. So you'll see there's a substantial amount of research and development expenditures, a lot of funding for research and testing, many facilities of this type. We rank highly in National Institute of Health funding and in jobs in biotechnology. So when we're talking about life sciences, this is a broad term that we use to include healthcare, pharmaceuticals, medical devices, bioscience, gene therapy, and all of the industries and research that support human health. This sector in Pennsylvania is driven by some substantial businesses that are already here and also world-class R&D from our educational institutions. I mentioned some of our key corporate sector partners. Here are some of the biggest ones in Pennsylvania. And you see they run the range from pharmaceutical companies like GSK, Bayer, Pfizer, Merck, and Teva, and medical device companies like Philips Respironics and B. Braun, and new and exciting companies like Spark Therapeutics that are doing work in cell and gene therapy. In fact, Philadelphia is a US hub for cell and gene therapy. You'll see a list of some of the companies working in this space on the screen here. Greater Philadelphia is the original home of cell and gene therapy, based on research 20 years ago out of the University of Pennsylvania. The University of Pennsylvania, the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia, and Thomas Jefferson University are all leading institutions in Philadelphia's cell and gene therapy research. The University City Science Center that Patrizia mentioned earlier is the premier incubator for early-stage cell and gene therapy companies, and at least 3 of the companies listed on the other side of the slide here had their start in that University City Science Center incubator. I mentioned Spark earlier. They're a UPenn spinout that was acquired by Roche in 2019 for $4.8 billion. They continue to invest and expand in Pennsylvania. Charisma Therapeutics is a company developing CAR macrophages to target solid tumors. Amicus is a British company whose global research and gene therapy center of excellence is in Philadelphia. Adaptimmune is another British company who is a leader in T-cell therapy. Their US headquarters and their research campus are in the Philadelphia Navy Yard. IMVAX, at the bottom of the list there, is a Thomas Jefferson University spinout. They're working on novel patient-specific vaccine treatment for GBM. So here's kind of going back to the big picture here. You see a map of Pennsylvania, which is pulled from the Pennsylvania Life Sciences website and shows all of the members of the life sciences community here in Pennsylvania. You'll see the two large red circles outside of Philadelphia there show the strength of that particular cluster. And this map is showing therapeutics, diagnostics, med tech, and kind of the whole ecosystem. You'll see another substantial hub in the southwest of the state around Pittsburgh, and a kind of secondary hub around Allentown in the area that we call the Lehigh Valley. In that area, there's a lot of medical device manufacturing. That's where B. Braun has their US headquarters, and OraSure, which makes the over-the-counter HIV test on the shelves in many pharmacies. Those are manufactured in a neighboring city called Bethlehem. So on to my piece of all this. The Pennsylvania Office of International Business is the portion of our state government that I work for, and we have a number of tools available to help international companies succeed in their U.S. expansion plans. So we do broadly three things. First, investment services. We provide customized services to help international companies who are looking to locate or expand operations in Pennsylvania. We work with you to identify opportunities, find business sites, and make useful connections within your industry here in Pennsylvania. Our goal is to be your one-stop shop for your interactions with the Pennsylvania government. To accomplish this, we work closely with our investment representatives, including Patrizia Marani in Bologna, as well as regional partners all across Pennsylvania. Second, we work to help Pennsylvania companies export their goods and services abroad. And third, we work to facilitate joint ventures between Pennsylvania companies and international companies. This resource is intended for companies that are not yet ready to enter the US market on their own, but would prefer to find a Pennsylvania company for co-packing, contract manufacturing, or a joint research and development operation. So to talk to us, your first point of entry is to contact Patrizia Marani, who you heard from earlier.
This is going to be epic. The birthplace of independence and revolutionary ideas is at it again. Following the lead of the legends that came before, the relentless, the unstoppable, the never say never. We are pioneering new ideas, shattering ceilings, realigning expectations, resetting the finish line. And how we reach it, we are finding new ways, our way. And it's our way that makes this thing so damn epic. Because our way means never letting our brilliance and drive kick our family and community to the curb. It means seeing the big, bigger, and bigger picture. It means not just teaching lessons, but being the lesson. Over the decades, we've shown everybody a thing or two about resilience and reinvention. They've watched us transform again and again and again, each time getting stronger, smarter, better. We're still at it, showing the world how it's done, how it could be, and it's going to be epic.